Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm very excited to be sharing finally another episode in my thrift store makeover series. It feels like it's been so long since my last thrift store makeover, and today I finally have something for you all. I have this like wall hanging decoration thing. It's a frying pan with like some fruit on it and like some leaves. And me personally, I'm not a big fan of this original design, but that's why I got it, so I could give it a makeover. But the first step after cleaning it is to actually sand it and rough up the edges, which will just help ensure that the paint will stick to it. And so I just used some sandpaper and then brushed off all like the dust that came out. And then originally I was going to use gesso to prepare the surface, but my gesso wasn't opening, so I just got out some regular white acrylic paint to go as a base. And I pretty much only did it on the fruit because everything else, per my like original plan and idea, was going to be a very dark color. So the only thing that really needed a base coat was going to be the fruit, because those were going to be a much lighter color. And so I only really bothered giving the base coat to the fruits and a little bit around the fruits. And then once that was completely dry, I finally started in with the actual color. So when I saw this, I was instantly really excited because I haven't really painted anything like this, at least like a frying pan and like fruit design like this. And so I knew I wanted to go pretty simple and traditional with the frying pan, and I really wanted the fruit to be more of like the central focus. So I went with like a normal gray and black color scheme for a frying pan. I didn't want the metal part, the like actual frying pan part, to be too dark though, so I went with like a very dark gray instead of like full on black. And then once that was dry, I went in and started on the fruits. So there was a apple that I did red and orange, a pear which I did yellow, mostly because I couldn't really think about what other color to do the pear. I don't really enjoy pear that much. It's not one of my favorite fruits at all. Obviously the leaves on the strawberries and just like the extra leaves that were on this design, I did in green. At least I think they were strawberries. They were like two blueberry looking things and then like two strawberry looking things. And so that's how I did it. I made two little strawberries and two blueberries. Although these colors aren't exact, especially for the blueberries. Blueberries don't tend to be this kind of blue, but I thought it would look cute for this painting. And then same for the grapes. They're not usually this shade of purple. I did purple for the grapes, then I did pink for the strawberries, or kind of like a very light red. I didn't want it to be the same color as the apple, mostly because one of the strawberries was right next to the apple. And this way I did get to sneak in a rainbow design. Even though you can't really tell it's rainbow because it's just like fruit, I did add all the colors of the rainbow into this, which made me happy. And I did the little stems in like a little light brown. And then the actual handle of the frying pan I just did in all black. Again, going very simple and traditional with this look. And then after that was dry, I went in and did a second coat of everything. Except for the handle, the black took really well and I only needed to do one coat, but everything else took two coats except the pear. The pear did take three coats. The yellow always takes three or more coats. And this is basically it for the design. I really liked it. I just at the last minute added some little silver metallic details to like where the screws go in the handle. It's a really small detail, but I felt like it was needed because the space was there for it. And so I coated the whole thing in a coat of matte Mod Podge, and then once it was dry, I gave a glossy finish only to the fruits so that they would stand out a bit more and be like shiny, because I really wanted the fruit to be the star of this piece. And this is how it turned out once it was finally dry. I am really happy with how this turned out. It came out exactly perfectly how I planned it and wanted it. And I did put the date and my initials on the back and just like Sharpie. But I really hope you all enjoyed how this turned out and enjoyed the video. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye!